that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another special Kickstarter review charged by BoardGameExchange.com, the internet's only board game rental website. Today I'm very excited to be checking out Warfields from Metabeth Games. This is for 2 players. It'll take about 45 minutes to play, and it's for ages 9 and up. And in Warfields, you will be trying to capture your opponent's kingdom by killing their king, by laying down all sorts of different cards on the battlefield and spending your money wisely and, summoning undead creatures and doing all sorts of cool stuff using potions and whatnot. Sound intriguing? Let's open it up and see how it works. We're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside the game. So, first and foremost, I want to mention that this is the prototype edition. Then the edition that you're going to get from the Kickstarter is going to be much nicer. I'm assuming these won't be your damage markers and the cards won't be as, bendy as these. So always want to mention that this is the promotional prototype edition. So we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside a Warfield, and then we're going to do a real quick little mock hand so you can see how the game works. First and foremost, you're going to get your handy-dandy rule booklet, which already looks really, really nice. And it's clear they put a lot of time and effort into this 12-page double-sided rule booklet because it is fantastic. Even the prototype one is spectacular. Very easy to learn the game. This will get you on the ground and running in no time. It'll answer every question you have. Thumbs up. Great rule booklet. Next, you are going to get a lot of cards. These are going to be the heart of the game. There's going to be gold cards and coins, which you're going to be using to do a bunch of different things, buy more cards and use special abilities. And then you're going to have these cards over here, which are going to have various different things. You'll have items on them, and you'll have potions, you'll have people on them. But we're going to get into those in a second. Next, you're going to have your counters over here. These are going to symbolize, the red ones are going to symbolize how much damage someone has taken. So if someone takes 2 damage, then you'd put 2 damage on them. There's also ones that are going to mark that someone's paralyzed or that someone's poisoned, and a bunch of other different things. Last but not least, you're going to get a very nice 6-sided dice. It's way too nice, in my opinion, than they need it to be, because all you use this for is to see who goes first, but I'm not going to complain about a very, very nice dice. So, we're going to give you a quick mock hand so you can see how this game works after we go over the cards real quick. So let's take a look at the top card. It is a Gemini. So there's a bunch of different stuff on here. So first and foremost, you're going to see that this is a Gemini. And if you want to buy her and put her down on your Warfield, she is going to cost you 6 gold coins. However, you also have the option to sell her to get gold. So if you want to sell her, she's going to give you 3, on the silver right there, 3 of these gold coins, which is really, really nice. Her health down here, she has 4 health, she has 4 armor, so in order to kill her, you would have to do an attack of 8, well, with 1 attack. So how this works is if you attack her with 5, she's only going to take 1 damage marker because her 4 shield is going to protect her right now. But then if somebody else goes and attacks her this round and they attack her for 2, then she'll get 2. And then next round, though, her shield is right back up. These things down here are different special abilities she has. So let's see, she can Zodiac and Dualistic, and that means she can attack both long range and short range. So if you want to use her attack, you're going to have to pay these number of gold coins to use her attack. So the gold coins are really, really important because you're going to be using these not only to buy people, but also to attack with them and heal with them and do all sorts of different things. So we're going to do a quick mock hand so you can see how the game works. When you start the game, you're going to be dealt 9 cards, and you're going to discard 2 of them. So let's just see, and then you show them to say, so I'm going to get rid of this Summoner, and then I'm going to get rid of this Vampire. So that's what I'm going to do, and then this guy, we're not caring about him, so he's going to get rid of a Summoner's Stone, he's going to get rid of a Ghost, and then we're going to decide who goes first. I'm going to go first because this guy's not really a person. He has no soul. And then we're going to draw 2 cards to begin our turn. And we're in now what is called the currency stage. So I drew my 2 cards, and now I'm going to draw money. So I get to draw however much money I have based on how many workers I have. So if I have 2 workers, and workers are down here, they're very, very important, then I will gain 2 golds. If I have 3 workers, 3 golds, so on and so forth. These are guys you really want to protect because they're going to be giving you money. That's about their only thing. They also have a tool bash, which will do 1 damage. But if you're using these guys to attack, you're probably not using them right. So, we're off in our currency stage. I got 1 worker down there, so I will draw 1 gold coin. Now, there's 1 gold coins, there's 2 gold coins like that, and there's the elusive 3 gold coins. So you never know how many coins you're going to get on a given turn. So I got my 1 coin, I'll put it right there. You keep those face up so your opponent can see. And I'm in my currency stage, so I've drawn my gold coins. Another thing that I can do is I can sell one of my cards. And as I mentioned, they all have these little silver symbols on them. That's how many coins you can get for it. So I'm going to go ahead and sell my giant. So my giant, he costs 7 to lay down, so he's really powerful, I'm assuming. But he's going to give me 3 gold coins right now, and I need coins right now. So I'm going to sell him. I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3 gold coins, and I kind of struck out there because I gained 3 coins, which kind of stinks. So I've got that. My currency stage is over. Next you move on to the build stage. And only 1 player is going to be doing this at a time. This means I can build some of the things in my hand. Now, there's also some other symbols on the top right here. I would love to play this zombie, but unfortunately he's an undead creature. What that means is I'm going to need to have a necromancer on my battlefield. So I would need to purchase the necromancer for 5, and then I can purchase the zombie for 4. There's also, what is it? There's another one in here. Her name has totally eluded me, but you can also have beasts for you. You can have like bears and lions and stuff on the battlefield with you. It really adds a nice little unique touch to the game. But I've got 4 gold, so what am I going to do? Let's see, what can I afford? Man, I can't afford anything. Are you kidding me? This is a terrible play example. So we're going to cheat a little bit here, and we're going to pretend that I got this hammer. We're going to pretend that I have this hammer in my hand. So the hammer does +2 to attack. So I am going to spend 4 coins to equip this hammer, and I can equip it to any guy I want. So I'm going to equip it to my knight, and now my knight is going to do +2 damage. So I slide it in there like that underneath it. You only have 1 thing equipped, so I slide it in there, so now I'm going to remember that he does +2 damage when he attacks. So I've done my build stage, now I'm on to my move stage. And how this works is I can move any of my guys 1 space forward or 1 space back. Now in this game there are going to be 6 what's called fields. You have your kingdom field, which is your field all the way down here. That's your kingdom. You obviously don't want people in there, because if you have people in there, then you've lost the game. Next, you have what's called your your long-range attack field right here, and then you're going to have your melee field right here. So there's going to be 6 different spaces. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move my knight up 1 space, and I'm going to leave my worker down there because I want him to be safe. And you know what? I'll move my king up there. Why not? So that's my move stage. Next, I can do an attack stage. Now, I can't attack right now because I'm not close enough to these guys to actually attack. So there's different symbols on here. Some have swords and some have arrows. If you have a sword, then I could only attack this worker if he were right there next to me. Now, if I had an arrow, then I could do it 2 fields away, but I can only attack him 2 fields away. If this worker were right here and I have an arrow, I can't shoot him because he needs to be here to attack him. So you have to be balancing where all your characters are at every different point of the game. So we're going to move on to the next guy's turn. He's because our turn is over, he's going to draw 2 cards. Boom, boom, boom. Doing this little thing, he's going to draw his 1 currency because he has 1 worker. Because you start off with your king, your worker, and your knight. I forgot to mention that. So he got a 1 coin. That seems to be him. Then he's going to take a look at his cards. What's he going to do? Oh, he's going to sell this mage. So he'll get 1, 2, 3 coins. And he lucked out. See, instead of getting 3, he got 5 coins. Very lucky for him. So he's going to start off, he's got 6 coins, so he can buy something nice and shiny if he wants. He can't get this troll, though, because it's an animal, technically. So what's he going to do? He is going to purchase this archer. That is very helpful. So he's going to spend 4 on an archer, and then he is going to move, so he'll move his knight right there as well, and I think he'll be done. So, next, we're going on to my currency stage. I still only have 1 worker, unfortunately, but I draw up to 2 cards. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you have over 7 cards, like I do, because I'm a cheater, then you need to discard down to 7. So we'll get rid of these 2, and we will draw 2 more. But anywho, you get a feel for the game now, hopefully. you're just going to be moving back and forth on the different quadrants trying to kill the other player's kings. That's the main objective of the game, is to kill the king. If you kill the other guy's king, you win the game. It doesn't matter if you still got 5 or 6 other people. As long as you kill the king, you are the winner. One other thing to mention that I didn't mention is when you do come to a confrontation like this, say you got this going on, you can't just go right here and keep going after the king. You have to clear out a field before you can move forward. So this is one of those games where you're going to be trying to push forward little by little until eventually you can finally hit the king. Unless, of course, you got the archer, which then you could be, if you had the archer, you could just be right here. Then you could be taking pop shots at the king right there, and he's, he can't help it. But that is real quick and loose how Warfields is played. Alrighty then, Warfields from Menavith Games. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. First, on the con side, well, my fiance hated this game. I kind of knew she was going to hate the game because it is a direct conflict. You have to, just you versus somebody else trying to outmaneuver them and kill their king, and that's not her style of game. I played it with other people. They really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this game. Spoiler alert. But the game's not going to be for everyone. Take that for what you will. Also, the artwork, it's good artwork. I mean, it's nice looking. It just didn't tickle my fancy, but that's a personal preference of me. Other than that, I don't really have too many cons for the game. I enjoyed the game. Let's move on over to the pros. I had a blast with Warfields, aside from when I was playing with my fiance. It is surprisingly deep. There's a lot of strategy here. When you're going to spend your coins. What are you going to put on which of your levels? I like the fact that only one, either you or your opponent can be on one part of the field, because there's going to be at least 6 parts of the field down here. So if you have your guy here, nobody else can come up there. So you can kind of push forward and then sometimes pull back if you need to, if you're worried about some guy dying. It makes for really a good deal of strategy, which is awesome. I also liked the variety of cards. I liked the fact that you had to have the necromancer in order to rise the undead, and as soon as he died, boom, all the undead would die. And if you have a couple undead on the board, then obviously your opponent is going to be like, I need to kill that necromancer. So you really got to defend your necromancer, and it'll get you thinking about a lot of different things. Overall, I really enjoyed my time with Warfields, which is on a Kickstarter near you right now. Be sure to check out the link below. Tell them Bowers Game Corner sent you. But overall, I definitely can recommend that you check out Warfields from Menavith Games. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for your time, YouTube.
That was the review for Warfields. For more reviews and previews, check back at Bowers Game Corner. Also, be sure to check out BoardGameExchange.com. It's the bee's knees.